What the Goldman Sachs-GIBS 10,000 Women Initiative is doing is finding women who are doing extraordinary businesses that you probably never considered would be businesses in the first place. Novi Letsoela is the managing director, the founder, the group boss, the chief in charge, the woman who heads up Buletsa Trading. Now, Buletsa Trading is a company which is in the engineering space. But before we talk about Buletsa and we talk about the contracts that you managed to do, you are an engineer by training.
Yes, I'm a mechanical engineer.
You dress like that. Give us a sense of your background, though. The fact that you went into mechanical engineering, you're married to a mechanical engineer, you took time out to have some kids, you then went back into mechanical engineering as an independent businesswoman.
Yes, I started my career in 1999 with Eskom at Litabo Power Station. I joined them as an internship, and I was appointed in 2001 as a technician. But when I got married to my husband, whom I met at Technicon, we actually sat on the same desk.
Oh, hey, isn't that lovely? But here you're going from Kofi Mvaba,
yes,
in the Eastern Cape.
In the Eastern Cape, yes.
And you have now developed into, you got your own business,
yes,
which is born out of your engineering background. And it's not something that anybody would ordinarily think about. But somebody in dust-filled environments needs to remove that bad air and purify it. And that's where you found a niche. Tell me about the niche.
We're servicing the mining industry and the smelters above ground, dust extraction systems. When I realized the global need for environmental cleanliness to maintain the environment clean, then that's when I saw there's an advantage, because I worked in the industry and I had experience, and together with my husband and his background, we could actually make a difference out there while making money at the same time.
Traditionally, we see the mining industry as very dusty underground. We know there's a long history of silicosis and other lung diseases as a result of dust underground. We don't think of the environment above ground being particularly dirty, but it is.
It is dirty. There is a lot of dust emissions. You can see if you walk around the mines, you would see there is dust even on the roads. But they are required by the government to actually make means to take out that dust and remove it from the atmosphere. And that is where we come in. We maintain those dust extraction units, and we do overall refurbishment. We also take charge, if we are allowed, to take over the total maintenance of the system, and we make sure that there's no dust goes to the air.
No, but this is important because this is a filtration system. It's not only an extraction system. What happens then to these great big bags of dust that no doubt you collect over time? You take and dump it over the fence, or is there a process?
There is a process. Actually, the mines themselves, they have a responsibility to make sure that they dispose of them in a correct way. What we do, we just take them and dispose them into their bins that are demarcated for such. Then the mine, they will take them away.
And this is a business that in 2.5 years has employed 25 people. It's a good South African story because we know of the jobs crisis that exists in South Africa. How big can this business get?
This business is going to grow big.
Look at her face. How big is big?
It's going to grow big. We're looking into, in the next 2, 3, 5 years, we should be able to have grown to 100 people, because we are not only operating in Gauteng and in the Northwest. We are going throughout all the provinces. We've done work for Idwala Lime in the Northern Cape. We got work at Mpumalanga. We're working in Limpopo as well. So we are really going big.
I've looked at your revenue projections, and we don't have to talk about them here. But basically, you're looking to take your revenues, your current revenues now, and triple them at least within the next 18 months. That's ambitious.
Yes, it is. That also was contributed by the Clear Edge Filtration South Africa. When they saw us, they identified us, and they appointed us as their maintenance contractor. So most of the revenue comes from them. But at the same time, we are also looking to go into a joint venture with them.
One looks at the business environment in South Africa. The DTI is often criticized in terms of being a lousy partner that doesn't do particularly much. It jets off from international gathering to international gathering. But through the GIBS 10,000 Women program, what I'm hearing is that the DTI has actually been pretty helpful.
Yes, It was a CEDA that actually brought me into the program when I went in to ask for assistance as a new business. But then when they identified this program, they also sent me through. And I was pleased to come in, and when I was admitted, it just brought so much joy to me.
What about startup capital? Did you have to go and borrow money from somewhere? Did somebody have an auntie with deep pockets somewhere who could lend you some cash?
No, we used our savings. My husband was in another business before he came and joined me, so we used his savings from that business, and also my savings as well. And we also had some good and trusted friends who were willing to help us. They took the risk.
And are they going to get a decent return on investment over 5 years?
Just a good relationship continues.
Obviously, that's the way to do it. But the point is, you're expressing enormous amounts of faith in this. Not only are you putting your own savings into it, but you're taking your husband out of a paying job, putting him into the business as well. This is an all or nothing thing.
Look, Bruce, there is a lot. We are very confident, and we see the opportunities that are coming up there. And with Clear Edge on our side supporting us now, it's a local manufacturer, and that is what the business is going, the way the business is going in South Africa now. And that's what the government is encouraging us to do. So yes, we are positive, although the mining industry is not looking so good, but we were positive.
Novi Letsoela, nice to talk to you. She is part of the Goldman Sachs-GIBS 10,000 Women program from Xofimvaba and beyond.